Cash and the ticket is yours. Cash and the ticket is yours. Yo. Cash and the ticket is yours. Cash and the ticket is yours. Cash and the ticket is yours.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Console Gaming League, and well, this time, Billy, we're headed back over to the PC scene. We've got NA Masters, Aimless eSports versus Kaba Kayio in the second round of the playoffs. This is a lower bracket semifinals match, so there is no safety net between these two teams.
Well, I mean, you know, the Last Chance Saloon has arrived here on a Thursday night, right before we get into the weekend, and really it's starting to heat up. We've got a very busy couple of weeks coming up here as far as the CGL goes, and like you said, no more safety net here for Aimless and Kaba Kayio, so we need to see, you know, the very best here from these two teams. I mean, they're duking out to, you know, keep themselves alive here in the lower part of the bracket. So, support changes. I had a chance to play last night after we got done casting, and yeah, you can definitely feel those supports come through, the support nerfs come through. Also, looking at Wrecking Ball has made a very huge return because no Discord allows the little ball to get around nicely. So we may see some weird stuff coming through. But yeah, for these two teams, I need to see their best today.
Yeah, no, definitely. Especially since Doomfist has also kind of been nerfed back to oblivion, allowing Wrecking Ball to make some way back into some disruption-based compositions because of it. But I'm excited to see these two teams. I'm excited to see where we go, Billy. I'm on the edge of my seat waiting with bated breath.
I know where we're going. I know where we're starting at. We're starting on Ilios. We're starting on Ilios, and that's going to be fantastic here today. But let's take a look at these two rosters before we get in there. Let's give everybody a chance to look and see who's going to be on the field of battle here. This is Aimless right here. Ari, Bamboozle, Sable, Anthemus, and Cav, rounding out your Aimless eSports roster. And, well, you know, I haven't had a chance to see any of these teams so far this year. This is actually the first time that either of them is going to be on a CGL stream this year or this season. So, you know what? Everybody's going to be having a chance to look at both of these teams for the very first time.
Yeah, and then on the other side for Kaba Kayio, we've got Homeboy, Andrew Sum, Ristiff, Loser, and Yay Miko? Yes, Yay Miko on the support line. And this is Kaba. This is the Kaba eSports organization. We've seen them in other, obviously other tiers and whatnot. And again, they're a pretty good team. I don't know about the team, obviously, like you said, this is the first time we see them. They're a pretty good organization from what we've seen so far.
Through that, we'll see, you know, how they're going to be able to go along here. Like I said, it is going to be Ilios here starting out. It is the Lighthouse that we are going to start on with that nice little spall.
Yeah,
I could go for a spall now. But everybody getting on, right? Everybody getting on there. So, I mean, Homeboy, and I mean, Yay Miko, salut, comment ça va, my fellow Québécois. They are French Canadians, so I had to give them the salutations there in French. But Kaba Kayio going to be on the red. We'll see Aimless and the esports on the right hand or left hand side. You know, I don't hate the Junker Queen coming out here, but I think that you know, bringing a diva to a Junker Queen battle might actually go in the way of Saber, especially if they can get Grayson to land on and pull him into the well or off the map, not the well. Good God, what am I saying?
You know, that spa just makes me more excited for my vacation coming up next week. But that is not happening now. What's happening now is, well, the fight breaking out under the way on the lighthouse. Aimless eSports has already taken positioning under the lighthouse. It was an interesting way, especially since you really want to be up close and personal with most of the players on Aimless eSports, and they're just going to be able to take that first capture with really any contest. Now, Bamboozle taking Anderson out, that's just going to be the go sign for Aimless eSports taking down Yao Miko, and that's going to be that. They're going to be able to take that clean fight pretty cleanly.
Yeah, I mean, even with the Genji here, I mean, the Genji, trying to get work done, Homeboy is going to have to get the heck out of there and take care of difference. So, I mean, for Kaba Kayio, I think that they're going to suffer from a little bit of damage. I mean, there's so much coming in from Bamboozle, also the spot healing as well. You've got so much in the kit there for the Soldier going up against the Soldier, and I think that you win that, maybe 5 times out of 10.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you there. But we'll see here. The commanding shout does come in from Saber, and Anthemis is going to be the one to go down now. The nano boost coming in onto Ristiff. This is the opening that Kaba Kayio was looking for. They're going to be able to get a lot of damage down now. They're going to be using the Rampage. Ristiff's going to go down low, though, and that still might be an opportunity for Aimless eSports to keep things going their way. Saber's very low right now, Billy, though. Somehow Subway still alive. Bamboozle's gonna find 2 on the point and keep things going. A third one coming down. Ristiff's gonna have to take care of them, but it's a little too late as Aimless eSports are gonna keep the hold going on.
They keep the hold going on. They're going to get their blade up as well. So I mean, this is going to be super important for Homeboy to make sure that they counter in with a great blade of their own. They need to turn the fight in a hurry.
Desperately need to turn that fight here, Billy, as it's already up to 87%, and the Dragon Blade's going to come in from Ari, and Yao Mika's going down out of the fight. Loser's going to follow quickly afterwards. The Dragon Blade of Homeboy has found Bamboozle, but that's all they're really going to find there, and that's just not enough when it's already up to 99% on the capture percentage. As it's just left. Ristiff's going to be demacked. There they go. 1 HP a dream, not enough. Aimless eSports takes round 1.
Well, I mean, félicitations for the Brigitte there, because Brigitte just got absolutely smacked around. And I mean, just not enough healing. Not enough healing. You were not in the fights long enough for Yamiko there on the Brigitte. The Inspire uptime just wasn't there. So I think that they need to have the Lucio option there, at least to amp the speed around, to get their team moving around. Because that's the other thing that they kind of suffered from, was a lack of mobility, especially in the backline. There wasn't enough peel to come back and take care of Granny and the Swedish healer. So, I mean, right now, the way that the way that our game sits right now, if you're not playing Lucio, we've said this before, you and I, and I've said it with other casters as well. If you're not playing Lucio right now, you're kind of throwing. You need the mobility. You need the sound barrier to kind of counteract some of these ult combos that are going on around here. And you just, like I said, mobility is so important. I think the meta has really settled upon having that mobile option. Even if you're running a slow character like a Bastion, that's why you run it with the Symmetra. It's mobility. Yeah. That's what's winning the games right now.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you there, and that's what's kind of unfortunate, that Doomfist being nerfed back to Oblivion. I mean, it's not Oblivion per se, is like we've seen it previously, but it's still not as viable as it once was, especially on a map, say like Saravasa. You just don't get that stun that you're desperately looking for with those punches. So, but again, with Doomfist going away, there's that chance, like you were talking about, Wrecking Ball coming maybe back into the limelight. I do like some good Wrecking Ball play, especially when it's someone very, very in the know of how Wrecking Ball works.
I mean, it's all about the pile driver, and then comboing in behind that. Especially if you're running with a Genji.
Yeah.
I mean, the dash through the pile driver after effect is absolutely devastating because you connect everybody because you're stunned for that just a little bit of time. But the other part is, you can use, you're not running into Discord. I think the Ramatra actually has a really good shot of coming back into favor. I know that they kind of, tweaked with his kid. They tweaked with his armor. They tweaked with his damage output. They kind of messed with the annihilation. But I think that, being able to throw hands is a good option if you were a Doomfist one trick, or if you were a Doomfist, enjoyer, and that was the tank that you were deciding because of the damage, because of the knockback into the walls, into the flat surface. I think that you really can get almost the same effect, and a little bit more consistent when you go into Nemesis form. I think this brings Ramatra and Doomfist like a little bit closer as far as like the pugilistic tanks, where you want to get hands on with somebody. I think that they really can put a lot more into it. I'm thinking of like 10 different things right now, right? I'm thinking like how do they counter this out? Why are we running the Brigida? Why do we feel that we need to have that kind of CC?
Yeah.
I know that there's a Genji, but you had a Diva that can soak up a lot of the damage and and basically take the hits. Yeah, there we go. That's a lot better. Bringing out the more standard meta comp right now. This is actually really, really good from Kaba Kayio.
Yeah, they're definitely looking to take back this and tie it up here, but we'll only see if that is possible. Aimless eSports looked on kind of on another level on that first round. Obviously, that it could just be first round jitters, but hey, it's working out well for Kaba Kayio. They find the estimates out, and they're able to find Bamboozle too. That should be the opening that they were looking for, and well, that's what they're gonna be getting. As Ari's now gone as well. The cleanup coming through onto Saber as well. That
was a very clean fight. You do lose one, but it's a quick comeback from the spawn there, Hero and Ruins. So the fact that they were able to disengage from the initial foray coming in from Saber. Saber now going over to the Zarya. Oh, the tank roulette is on, Joshua.
I'm excited to see some Zarya, but oh, well, they did not get that bubble onto Ari before they get blown up by Kaba Kayio. Ristiff gonna be super low. Gonna have to use that immortality field to keep them up and healthy for the moment. Keep that tank in the battle. 30% and counting for Kaba Kayio.
Yeah, this is actually a smart change here from Saber. I mean, look, it's already 2/3 of the way to grab. Remember, it can be eaten, and I like Ari going over to the Reaper here.
I do too, especially you can just pump in damage when that Graviton Surge comes out. And it'll help you build up to your own ultimate as well. As Loser's gonna go down. That's the main key. Yamiko as well gone out of the fight. Sound Barrier invested keeps things all up and healthy for Aimless eSports. There's the Javelin Spin trying to stay alive somehow, but not gonna happen when you don't have your supports on the board any longer. Nice pick does come in though, man, on to Anthemis there though.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I mean, you do invest the you invested the Terror Surge there, and you invested the window. The window got pretty good value, especially helping Andrew get up towards that overclock. But now it's about the pursuit and avoiding this grab.
Yeah, they gotta work on the grab. The grab's just gonna come onto the feet of Saber, and it's gonna find Homeboy, who is just looking for that assassination, and that's just gonna work perfectly for Aimless eSports.
I mean, what a fight. What a fight. Perfectly timed. They waited for the deflect to come out and then just shot at his feet so he couldn't dash away from it. Absolutely perfect usage of the surge there. Now Ristiff over to the Reinhardt. So now we got some more games going afoot.
Yeah, it's looking a lot closer here and now. Kitsune Rush, Sound Barrier on the boards for both of these two teams, but it's gonna be Aimless eSports popping those that late ultimate. There's the attack visor coming out, and Homeboy's gone. They can't really find more, but again, that's all you really need, finding that one key pick to force Kaba Kayio back.
And we talked about how fast these Lucios are generating their ultimates, by the way. And that's a great stagger out there. The Blossom is huge. Coming through.
Yeah, great Blossom coming in there, Billy. Not in the kill feed, but a lot of damage coming through. And that's all you can really ask for if you're Aimless eSports. Up to 73%.
I mean, Ristiff is 56 to shatter. That's going to be a big one. I think that they have to open up with this window, which is not going to be optimal for them. But I mean, maybe you can go in with this. Yeah, go ahead and pop the overclock, get it onto him.
Ooh, that could be the difference maker if they can't find something with this overclock. Sound barrier is going to be invested by Cav as well, so it's going to be a lot harder to find anything. Yeah, that's pretty much all she wrote for this map here, Billy. 97, 98, 99, all up on the board for Aimless eSports, cleaning house. And that is going to be that. Map 1 goes to Aimless eSports.
Yeah, fantastic fight planning there coming from Aimless eSports, absolutely owning it and making vital swaps when it was necessary. You saw Ristiff and Saber just having a fantastic time there. Love the skin, BT Dubs. That is one of the best Zarya skins out there. Yeah, just absolutely locks everybody up. It's all done. Yeah, what immortality barrier? Yeah, no shot, no chance. Beautiful work there from Aimless eSports. 1-0 now here in our lower bracket round 2. And, well, Kaba Kayio, they have some questions they need to answer for themselves. And the first one is, how do we stop Saber from being so aggressive?
Yeah, that is a good question there, Billy. I just, you got to figure that out. I mean, that Brigida was there, but again, like you were saying, you don't really want to supplement the Lucio for Brigida unless there's this full-on dive coming in onto your back line. So I mean, maybe a Sombra, if you're feeling spicy, you could get the virus, get the hack onto him. But again, it's just not Doomfist. It's not, you're not taking away their key movement abilities. You can still use your beam if you're a Zarya. You can still use your you can still get those shotgun shots with the Junker Queen. It's just it is a conundrum. It really is. I would like to hear your thoughts because you're a lot smarter at this game than I am.
Well, I mean, I like that they were willing to trade out. Okay, I mean, they did realize that they were suffering from mobility, so they did put Yemiko onto the Lucio. That helped them. That gets them the first fight. And then bring in the Orisa as well to counter out the anticipated Junker Queen. But the lightning fast adaptation that you saw from Aimless eSports there, they dropped the Genji, they dropped the Zarya, and they dropped the Junker Queen. They immediately go to Zarya, who absolutely owns Orisa right now. And then you go to Ahri and the Reaper, and that chunks down. Once you get through all 3 cooldowns from Orisa, you just start chunking down. So we will see how this is. We're going to throw it through a quick little break while Aimless decides what they're going to do next. We'll be back with you in just a few minutes.
Yeah. 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 Memories. Memories. Yeah.
Welcome back, everyone. There's Billy and his noodles. Yeah, but we're ready to go into the next map here. Aimless eSports was figuring out what they were doing, and hopefully we've figured out, are they going to keep things going their way, or is Kaba Kayio going to take advantage of said break that just happened there?
Well, I mean, for Aimless, I think they just wanted to make sure that they had the right things going for them. And well, I mean, according to Ilios, yeah, they were definitely firing in all cylinders. So we'll see if the changes here, if a little bit of extra time will benefit Kaba Kayio. And you know, if they can bring themselves level, we're going to go ahead and skip the break after map 2, which we usually do since we just took a map here or break here. We're going to King's Row, so we will definitely see Flashpoint before we head to another break if it's necessary. But for right now, I mean, Aimless eSports, they're kind of cruising along. I feel like they've got the jump on Kaba Kayio, so maybe this will have a little bit of time for them to be able to go in here, get their work done, and make the streets of London's theirs. I'm here for it. I'm here for whatever they want to bring. Just make sure that they're decisive. Be very decisive in your fights and in your fight planning. That's something that I've been really kind of hearkening on here lately is the fight planning. You know, order of operations, you know, tit for tat, if you will. That's what I've been looking at with higher level play, especially here in the CGL. It's been very prevalent that we've been seeing, you know, some lackluster fight planning. We really need to see it there.
Yeah, you know, I definitely agree with you there. This fight planning has been pretty good from Aimless eSports right now, but that needs to be solidified more here for Kaba Kayio. Figuring out how to deal with this. Okay, wrist. I'm not even gonna look at wrist diff yet because they're still in spawn. But I'm liking this composition yet again from Aimless eSports. I mean the soldier worked well for Bamboozle on the previous map, so I'm not gonna discount him for it. But I would rather a Sojourner a Bastion. I don't know if that's just me.
I mean, maybe Bamboozle just feels more comfortable on Soldier. I mean, and you do have that spot heal, and you do have the ability, the more mobility to get away. It really worked for them on Ilios. Maybe they're thinking that, maybe Lightning will strike twice.
Yeah, as Saber's gonna come out onto the Reinhardt this time, and assert their dominance yet again here, Billy. Taking down 3 of Kaba Kayio, forcing them to regroup.
I mean, Saber not afraid of engaging up close. Gotta be scared. Gotta be careful here. Andrewsome has already had enough of this and said, "I'm leaving. I'm taking my PC with me." But I mean, yeah, I like the shield pressure that they're trying to exert here on the Saber, but they're just kiting around a hotel and just making these engagements on their terms.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you? You're taking or putting a lot of damage onto Kaba Kayio before anything really goes underway. You can just speed onto them with Lucio, with Kav onto them, and just clean house here. As they're gonna do that just yet again. Ristif solo, gonna be able to rotate out though. But there goes Saber right to the front, and there's the Shatter coming out. It's gonna only connect to Wolf. But that's just going to be enough. A lot of the damage that comes out from Wolf no longer there, and they're able to take Ari out, or they're able to take Ristif out.
I mean, so because he takes so much damage, right? I mean, look at the difference. I mean, it was a lot closer just a second ago, but man, Cav just lapped around Yamiko there on the Lucio. So, you know what? Key ultimates coming up here. We're about halfway through round number 1. This attack visor could be absolutely massive if he gets in the right position.
Well, rotations coming in. Yeah, the Shatter could be huge from Ristif here, but they're going to have to deal with that attack visor coming in. Oh, okay. That's one way to deal with the attack visor coming in. There's the stun coming through. Charge coming out. Shatter coming in right on top of Saber. Gonna be able to deal with them. Somehow still alive. Finally gonna go down there, and looks like this should be Kaba Kayio taking the first point.
I mean, it takes them, 215, 220 to get through there. So, I mean, great stall there from Aimless. Just the ultimate rotation goes out of their favor. And that's what happens. Eventually, things start coming through. That window was everything that Kaba Kayio needed there. Perfectly placed. And, I mean, I don't know what Bamboozle was looking at, but... I mean, he's going to make up for you. It's just a Lucio, yeah, right? I mean, it's a good stagger. You don't want to move around without your Lucio. But, I mean, the fact that, they got 3 ultimates out of, or 2 ultimates out of Aimless eSports in that fight really does bode well for Kaba Kayio here as we approach the bookstore.
Well, nice artillery strike's going to come through, and Bamboozle's going to go down. There's a Blizzard coming out, though. That's a look for sustain coming in from Aimless eSports. But can they do so? Ari's going to go down, and, it's going to be Kaba Kayio going through that Blizzard and taking no prisoners. Questionable their use of the Blizzard. I think they thought they might be able to turn it 4v5 and end up getting absolutely decimated by Kaba Kayio. So, I mean, this is starting to turn into a speed run. 3 minutes on the clock. They're about to cross the second corner here into the stretch before the Foundry. Well, Ari opted to switching off of the Mei here. Again, you probably do want to keep that Mei just for those walls, but hey, a nice speed boost out of danger from the Blizzard, and a nice entry pick coming in from Aimless eSports, taking Loser out. Shatter comes in response from both of them. It's going to drop down 2 of Aimless eSports, but it's going to be all them in the kill feed here, taking, again, no prisoners for these 2 teams as Aimless eSports come back strong.
I mean, okay, so now we know why they threw the Blizzard out there, because they were already planning to swap over to Reaper. That's a great change. That's a great swap off. Now Ristif is going to be under some serious pressure. These supports for Kaba Kayio have to have their head on a swivel, because that Reaper guy seems to be pretty good right now.
I know, definitely, especially when he comes in for the side there with his 2 little shotguns.
Oh God, here we go again. We did this last night. And we're now looking at this tack visor here online for Bamboozle. Has a nice high ground here ready to go. They're catching the rotation nice and early.
Yeah, Bamboozle's just going to get some pot shots in there. And okay, Saber with a nice little shot coming in there with that fire strike through that Ant Matrix, really just winning the fight off the back of that.
You love it. I mean, it's one ultimate, and it's perfectly placed, perfectly timed, and you get the value out of it. So, I mean, you know, nice fight win. Nothing really to analyze there other than GG, go next.
Yeah. No, yeah, pretty much. And like you said, only investing that one ultimate. Now they have, and off the back of said fire strike kills, the Saber is already up to 87 on the Shatter. Now with the attack visor coming through, but blown up immediately. Is Bamboozle no longer in a threat any longer, but the Shatter's a huge threat. Dropping all 5 to the ground, Billy. Taking no prisoners. I keep saying it, but they aren't taking prisoners as Aimless eSports take that fight.
I mean, the aim was perfect there, my friend, and got it done. Holy crap. They were not ready for that Shatter. They did. I mean, they should have known that the amp damage in those 2 kills that came through the window probably got Saber close, but I mean, seriously, they had 0 clue that was coming in.
Yeah, no, that definitely not. You couldn't have expected it. I mean, you might have been able to expect it after seeing how much damage they got done with that Ant Matrix Fire Strike kills. But again, it's kind of hard to think of this. The Death Blossom comes in for the top. That's going to be it for that fight, and maybe for the attacking phase of Kaba Kayio. Blizzard invested late to try to make some miraculous change. 9 seconds to go. Is there any real chance of a touch?
Homeboy over to the Tracer, looking to see if we can get the little British player there. I don't think so. That's going to do it right there. Bamboozle actually picking up 2. They all went to more speedy characters. Yeah, a little bit too late to change over to that Reaper guy because it was just too much. It was too little too late. You know, they completely devalued May there. Also, you know, by bringing Reaper out there, can, you know, swift step away from the primary fire, can teleport over the wall if they need to. Man, I mean, it came a little bit more, a little later than what they did there on Ilios Ruins, but the result is still the same. Just absolutely perfect fight planning, good use of mobility. And yeah, I mean, the mobility and just the pure raw damage output there from Ahri, like I said, it made Risk Diff's life hell. And now, definite win condition here for Aimless. This is not too difficult to attain. They just got to be careful. They need to be just as precise as they have been so far in this series. They should take the 2-0 lead.
Yeah, no, these two revolvers that Ahri has is just, it takes only like about 3 or 4 shots, Billy, and just can take down opposition, especially when the Reaper guy comes in from the side. But I'm really questioning this pick. Enough of the memes. I'm really questioning the Echo pick from Kaba Kayio here, especially seeing how strong Bamboozle has been on the hit scan roll.
You know, we were kind of iffy about the Reaper or about the Soldier, but I tell you what, when you really use this, when you use the biotic field properly, I think that, you know, there's something to be said for just that little bit of extra. Oh God, keep me up in this fight, and yeah I mean, they've really zoomed in on that. Now, homeboy over to the Echo. Yeah. I like this pick because it's uber mobile. You've got burst damage with the stickies. You've got the precise fire with the tri-shot. But then the finishing beam, that's the kicker for her kit. And I really do like the fact that they've really brought this out, and they're gonna play into this.
I was more concerned because of how well Bamboozle has been playing, but we'll see. I mean, I do like it as well, especially that focusing beam that's going to be coming out. But, well, that's what we're going to have to worry about. Bamboozle, I was saying that now the defensive positioning from Aimless eSports is going to just give them a superior advantage in this fight, as Risk Diff is going to go down. The Riz is going to be there, but it's just not going to be enough when you pay for your life. No more healing on the board for Kaba Kayio, and well,
oh God,
yeah, you're just going to get blown up in about 3 or 4 shots from that Reaper guy.
You know, the fact that they kill poor Yamiko there on the Mercy just as soon as the res is cleared through meant that there was no resources there for Risk Diff to stay in the fight. So, I mean, they're going to commit to this Orisa. I don't hate it. But once I like I said, they're on Ruins. It's the same thing here. Actually, nice shot from Wolf taking Bamboozle down.
Yeah, and it's a nice shot. Now that's the Kaba Kayio coming back, looking to make a hold on this archway. But Ant Matrix comes in from Anthemus to force that positioning away, getting Aimless eSports back into a nice way. But the Terror Surge is going to come through. Nothing really going to be able to block it out, but just that Immortality Field. So Sound Barrier comes through, but they've already lost Ari. Attack Visor coming in from up the top, and Ristif goes down. Might just be enough to keep the cart marching for Aimless eSports, and it is going to be that way.
Wow, I mean, great answer there to the Terror Surge that does take down the Immortality Field and put everybody on life support. I mean, that was a predictive and a reactionary sound barrier that came in from Cav. Perfectly timed once again. The fight planning here for Aimless eSports, as we saw on Ilios, same thing here, perfectly planned out.
Yeah, and now making the switch over to Zarya, like you were talking about in the previous series or previous map, just to counter out Ristif, who's gone over to the Orisa, and it's already working out well for Aimless eSports. They're just forcing back Kaba Kayio. Death Blossom in the back, but it's not really catching anyone. Finally does, but the damage might just be healed back away as Loser's gone out, and Wolf's gonna be fouled as well as Bamboozle's in the back, just taking everyone down, and that is going to be that. Ari finds 2 as well. Might just be the map here, Billy, if there's no way for a touch.
There isn't. I don't think anybody can get back there. You've got Cav up there ready to boop somebody. That's it. It's done, dusted. 2-0 here to Kaba Kayio. They take a very commanding lead here in our lower bracket round 2. And we're going to head to Flashpoint. It's either going to be New Junk City or Suravasa, and Aimless eSports right now is just having the time of their life on the back of some superior Reinhardt play.
And I mean, you gotta wonder, looking at Aimless eSports, what team could beat them? I mean, that just gotta say something about the rest of the teams in the tier. And actually, you know what's gonna be really huge, Billy, if Aimless eSports ends up winning this? They're going to be playing the team that sent them to the lower bracket in the next round. If this goes the way of Aimless eSports as it seems to right now. So I mean, I guess they're definitely licking their lips, looking at the opportunity to get that. But I mean, there's still Overwatch to be played. There still could be a reverse sweep coming out here from Kaba Kayio. And like you said, we are headed to Flashpoint. Obviously, there are only 2 choices in that map pool just yet. Blizzard, remember, we don't need more control maps. We need more other maps like Push and Flashpoint. Let's get that going instead of more control maps, right? I mean, but yeah, it's Suravasa or New Queen Street, the 2 options here.
I mean, if I'm Kaba Kayio, don't go to New Junk City.
Oh yeah,
no, Reaper does so well there. They were trying to run the May Bastion strat. Yeah, Aimless has already figured that out and decided they just disengage from the wall. They amp speed the other way and just wait for the wall to fall, and then they go in and they take care of business. So high key cat. We'll see how this is going to go. Kaba Kayio, I mean, if they do decide to run into Suravasa, I think that really will hold better for them. It'll at least give them a chance to use the May Bastion strat, especially Market. So it's going to be New Junk City. Good luck. We'll see how this actually runs down.
Yeah. All right, so we are going to be heading to a short break here, though, before the match starts up. So we're going to go. Don't go anywhere. You're not going to want to miss the conclusion of the series right after this.
You say you wanna cry, but you never do.
Welcome back, everyone, and yeah, we're headed into New Junk City again. It's just a questionable choice from our point of view, but hey, maybe they have secret strategies worked up here. Billy, again, not a lot of people usually play this map. It's usually Saravasa, so I mean, they could be looking to take Aimless eSports in a off their game by going to something not predominantly picked.
But I mean, this is so much more of a brawl map than Saravasa. Like this map to me screams rush and brawl.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's no reason for Ari not to be playing the Reaper here. I mean, you shouldn't even come out on a Genji, honestly. Sombra works incredibly well here as well. This is actually a great map for a Sombra player if they do have one. So, I'm looking for some kind of differentiation of the theme here coming from Kaba Kayio, because May has been shut down time and time again. We see it come back out again. So, and bring in the Junker Queen. Oh, yes. I love this pick. So, they're going to have the speed. They're going to be able to cleanse using the Suzu. Ristiff showing us the Sigma here, though. That's a wrinkle that might actually give Saber a little bit of room for pause, but I say that as they go over to Zarya. This is going to be dangerous. The Graviton Surge generation there on Ruins. Mm-hmm. If you remember, it was one fight. It was like 88%. Yeah, I mean, the whole kit's going to have to be perfectly managed here from Ristiff if they have any chance of staying in this tournament. Yeah,
no, definitely. I do want to see how Ari's Genji works, but I do like it better for their composition than I would like, say, if Kaba Kayio was opting for it. But we'll see when it's all said and done who comes out on top. Saber's going to get super low, but they're super low. They've got a very high charge right now, though, so that is going to be nice. Aimless eSports looking. No, Homeboy's going to get a nice wall up, and that's just going to be Kaba Kayio coming in and taking that fight.
Yep, once you lose Zari, you're all done. Now the question is, yep, you should have stayed with the Junker Queen in the first place, because now, they're going to probably get at least a 50% here. Ari over to a May of their own, so they're going to look to cordon off the Sigma here, or maybe one of the supports. The fact that you can also Swift Step here for Anthebus on the Kiriko and being able to keep Saber up and sturdy, those are two things that we really do need to be looking at.
Yeah, you definitely do. But that swap over the Junker Queen is going to allow them to get back into this, but it's going to be hard. I mean, it's already up to a considerable amount for Kaba Kayio, but Saber, is just able to just chunk down Ristiff immediately. 65 in counting. It's going to flip over to Aimless eSports, and now this should be theirs to hold on, especially losing Homeboy is Kaba Kayio.
Yeah, but I mean, they're going to have wall difference right now. They're getting Gracie diff right now. The slice is coming in. Saber getting super aggressive there. Joshua, once again, I've mentioned it once before in this series. I'm mentioning it again. The lightning quick realization that the composition was not going to work. They completely change it up for at least two of their players, and it's coming out to perfect fruition.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. Now, they're already going to overtake Kaba Kayio's percentage. Kaba Kayio, though, do have this Blizzard. They've got this attack visor as well, and that's going to be the first thing invested by Wolf here. Rampage, though, comes through, lands on the 4. That should be enough for Aimless to hold on.
Just had a wonderful time there and got all the work done. That amp speed directly into the dragon's mouth. They take Arena, and now we're going to head on over to our next sub map. I mean, looks like we're going to Bomb Flats here, so we'll see. I mean, they've got the race done. Bamboozle has point presence. Window available to loser. This could actually be really, really scary here for Aimless eSports. They do have sound barrier in response.
The Kitsune Rush is going to come in from Anthemus there, and, well, stunned up is going to Saber for the moment, but the Blizzard did come out from both of the teams, but it's going to come on to everyone of Kaba Kayio. No one goes down to Homeboys, and that's just going to be the fight one, done and dusted. Aimless eSports keeping that hold going.
Saber warmed up definitely ready and willing to go, and they did invest the Blizzard and the Kitsune Rush there, so a little expensive-ish, but I mean on the back of what they got done and then the progress going in their favor, yeah, good stuff from them. Bamboozle ready with the tack visor. Now they have the sound barrier for this flux. It depends on what kind of damage they can get on the back end of it.
Yeah, no, but the attack visor is going to come in from Bamboozle. There might just be no real way to follow up, and that sound barrier is going to be the end of that damage coming out. Ari and Saber are super low though, and they're going to be able to take them, at least Saber out. Loser's going to go down, but still, Homeboy's going to find some picks on with that May to try to open things up back in the favor of Kaba Kayio, but oh my goodness, Bamboozle on this soldier has just been crazy. Wolf though, with attack visor of their own, gonna find 2, and that's just gonna be the opening that Kaba Kayio so desperately needed. 3 for Wolf.
I mean, 89%. So final fight territory, they got to be perfect here. They've got this window. They didn't actually invest that into the fight, so that's actually a plus in their favor. They've also coming up on a Blizzard, and since they know that sound barrier did come out with the flux, pretty much free. You can use the Suzu once everybody gets frozen up to get them out of that Saz effect, but, you know, it's got to be perfect here for Aimless. This is going to be a very difficult engagement for them, indeed.
There's the... Oh! No! Ari blocked it up! The Rampage, you're not going to get the value that you were looking for at all here if you're Aimless eSports, and now you're very low on the point. There's the... Oh, no, you're not going to be able to get the Suzu. There's the Blizzard in response, though. Sound barrier is going to be there, but there's still an opportunity for Aimless to keep things going. Somehow, Kaba Kayio didn't get the picks during that Blizzard of their own.
I mean, it was a quick amp from Cav that gets almost everybody out. The only person that actually got frozen up was Saber. And I mean, you saw what happened on the back of it. I mean, that was absolutely perfect. I think that Suzu did actually catch a few members of Aimless and allowed them to continue the fight. And now they're pushing forward to point number 3, Tack Visor. Kitsune Rush combo could go burr.
Yeah, it really could. It's just going to be a lot of damage coming out from the... Yeah, I'm scared
for them.
They have really nothing besides the Amp Matrix, but there's the Kitsune Rush coming out. No Tack Visor built up just yet. The Flashpoint's going to open up, and Kaba Kayio will have the control of the point for now. They do not have the numbers advantage, though, is the problem. So they aren't going to really realistically be able to hold on much longer. Ristif's going to get taken down by Ari, and, well, it's just Yamiko left on the point, and that point is going to now flip back over for Aimless eSports.
It's time for a little dueling Tack Visor dance here. Also, dueling tank ultimates. The Flux versus the Rampage could devalue Saber's Rampage if they decide to press Q and lift him in the air. We'll see how this goes down. It's going to be a race for Yamiko to get back up to the sound barrier because Cav has theirs basically in the back pocket.
Yeah, Cav had that sound barrier available, but there's the ramp. Oh my god. Oh my goodness, this Rampage has just been incredible from Saber so far. That's over with.
Perfectly timed. Didn't even have to put out the sound barrier, just the 2 ultimates. That was the Rampage of all Rampages right there. Hanbin would be proud of that one. Holy crap. And now they're going to have the Blizzard coming into this next fight. They've actually lapped Homeboy. They are falling into the Serpent's Teeth right now. Kaba Kayio, one fight could possibly send you home.
Yeah, this might just be it, and they're gonna have. Oh no, they don't even need the sound barrier because Ristif could not find the shot on or someone onto it. They do find Ari though. The sound Blizzard no longer available. Blizzard in response from Homeboy that they are out of this fight. Are they going to be able to get the picks that they were looking for? Trades are going to be coming in. It's still not an advantage for Kaba Kayio just yet. They need to take Bamboozle out. That is what, but they're just not landing. They're not finding the shots. What is going on? Okay, finally Bamboozle goes down. That should have been done a little bit quicker than that there, Billy.
Well, already going down early in the fight, getting a little bit over aggressive, and Ristev honestly punishing him rightfully so. Blizzard and Kitsune Rush should close this map out. It's just all about fight planning, getting it on there, getting a full 5, speeding onto the point, and just taking care of business.
Yeah. They should be able to finish this out here, Billy. There's the Kitsune Rush speeding onto the point now. Already having this Blizzard available as well to finish it off, but Kaba's going to go down. Could be enough for Kaba Kayio to hold things out, but Ristiff going down, not what you wanted to see, and Bamboozle's aim, so true, still, yet again, the coalescence from Yao Miko, trying to keep things going, the healing's there, but the Rampage already built up yet again from Saber. The Tac Visor comes through in celebration, as Aimless eSports take the map and the series in a 3-0 fashion.
Fight planning, adaptability, lightning quick surveillance of the compositions, and the best of the Junker Queen skins there, the Dallas Fuel. Absolutely massive. Here's that massive turn on that Blizzard that should have killed everybody. Saber just cleaning up on the back of it. Absolutely massive from them. And that was just clean. That's as clean of a 3-0 as you can see, my friend.
Yeah, it really was. Aimless was just looking on another level there. Now they've booked their ticket to face against Primal at the Disco in Losers Round 3, who sent them to the lowest bracket in a 3-0 fashion as well in that Round 1.
Well, things are starting to shape up here. We're starting to get a better, more focused view of what's coming up down the line. However, that's going to do it for us here tonight. For myself and Joshua and and Rido in the control booth with Kha'Zix and Little Joe. This is going to do it for us tonight. Have everybody be good to each other, be good humans, and be better. We'll see you next time.